Hello everyone, this is Miss Julia bringing you another virtual Crafternoon. Today rather, we're going to be doing a sort of nighttime planetary space art craft, just like this. It's very fun, very easy to do. You get to explore different ways to paint. So for this craft, you're going to be needing something to paint on. I'm using poster board. You can use cardboard or a canvas if you have it. Whatever you have that will be able to handle the paints really well. I wouldn't recommend something like construction paper that would just soak through and get really warped. You will also need paint of different sorts, whatever color you want your planets and your stars to be. Things to paint with, so you can use paintbrushes, or you can use toothbrushes, or you can use cotton balls, whatever you want to sort of make the texture of your planets. Then you will need various circles of different shapes. These will be used to sort of cover up your colored planets as you paint the background, which you'll see in a moment here. And I believe that is it. You probably will also want to cover your table or whatever you're working on, as well as your clothes, because this is a messy project because it uses paint. So the first thing you were going to do, I'm going to set this aside, is to actually paint our planets on here. So we're not actually going to be doing circles. We're just going to do sort of like a block of color that is big enough to fit our circles on. So you can choose whatever color that you want. I kind of liked, let's see, I might do maybe a light orange color. So I'm going to take my orange paint. You could probably do this like on a bowl or a plate or something if you have it at home. I'm just going to use my cardboard because that works out well. And I want to do a lighter orange, so I'm going to add just a bit of white to kind of soften up that color and use my paintbrush to mix it together. I think I want it a bit softer, so we'll just add more white paint. So of course you don't have to do the sort of mixing that I'm doing, it's just I want a lighter orange, so I'm going to make a lighter orange. You can leave your colors as they are. I also have watercolor paints here that I think I might try. If you're going to be using watercolor paints, you probably also want like a bowl of water to clean off your paintbrushes and to actually hydrate the watercolor paints. There we go. So I have my lovely light orange color, and I have a stippling brush, so I'll make a nice texture. And I just decide where I want my planet to be, and I just sort of start painting in a block. Now, like I said, you don't have to paint in a circle. You just want to make sure you have a block of color here that is big enough for the planet size that you want. So like if I wanted to use this planet size, I need to make my block of color a bit bigger. If I wanted to do this planet size, it is big enough for that. So it's dependent on how big you want each planet to be. And I can do something fun here in that I can add like a bit of red to one area, so I can kind of make this look like Jupiter with its red spot. So I can add a bit of red to an area, and then kind of blend it into the rest of the planet. And I want to make sure I don't lose that lovely orange. There we go. So that might be one planet that you'll consider. Now I'm going to get out my watercolors because I want to try out watercolors. It's not my usual preferred medium. I rather like acrylic paints, but I thought this might be fun to try. So maybe I'll get some blue here, and I can do like a block of blue. It'll give it a different sort of look to my other planet. So this one will be like really dense color, while this one will have a lighter color to it, or a lighter look I should say. So maybe you can consider this like a gaseous planet, while that one is more of a rock planet. And again, you gotta make sure you consider the size. So maybe this one will be that size. Of course, maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger just to make sure that my cup will fit on it okay. I can add a little bit more red to the center here. So make sure that cup fits, excellent. So then I can do this sort of light planet as a smaller size. So you just keep doing this till you get however many planets that you want. Of course, if you have a bigger canvas than what I have, you can fit on a lot more. And I'm gonna fast forward till I am happy with the planets that I have. Alright, here we go. Once you have your colors blocked, you can start putting on your cups, your circles. So if I move this over a little bit so you can see everything, there we go. You can see during the video I was sort of measuring out different areas. So put that there, and I can just do like a little tuck of a planet there, though I might add a bit more. Do a different combo. This way, just to make sure I have enough. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you go outside, sort of where your cups are going to be, because we're going to be painting over it with black. So I'm going to pour some black, and all I'm going to do is start painting around my circles. We want to cover everything up, everything around the outside here. So I'm just sort of go around each of my planets and fill in everything else. So you can see I'm just going around to make sure I cover up everything outside of the planet shape. And you keep doing this until everything's filled in. So we're going to fast forward again. Once everything is covered to your satisfaction, you also notice I actually didn't wait for the paint to dry. Since I'm using black, it pretty much covers up any sort of color that it might smear with, so you don't really have to wait for it to dry, but you can if you want to. But once you have it all covered, the last thing that you'll need is stars, so I like using the toothbrush for splatter paint, and then you just take some white, which I already have over here from when I was painting my planets, and just start spray painting it on. If you don't like doing the spray paint method, you of course can just take, like a paintbrush and just start dabbing on stars if you want. So I can do some big stars to go with sort of the smaller splatter painted stars. Again, I have not waited for the paint to dry. Since we're not actually blending the white into anything and it's just going to be sitting on top of the black, you don't really need to wait for the background to dry. But you can, again, if you want to. So you just keep doing that until you get the star coverage that you like. You can add different colors too, because not all stars are that sort of white color. You have blue stars, red stars, yellow stars, all sorts of different colors. So you keep going until you like what you see. And then very carefully you can start removing the circles. There we go. Beautiful. So now you see I have my completed stroller system. Very beautiful, and it's fun painting with all the different types. So like I used the feather you might have saw in the video for this planet, and I used a cotton ball for this one to give all sorts of different textures to my planets. And then you just wait for this to dry and you are all finished. So it's a lot of fun, really cool effect. If you want to and you have a big enough canvas, you can try even doing our complete solar system. So I kind of started trying to do that with this. You can see I have the sun, I have Mercury and Venus. My Earth did not come out very well, but that's okay. It still looks really cool. I hope you enjoy this little art project. And other than that, I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!